Hey, welcome to another great show. My name is Ronnie Jacobs, and you are welcome. I welcome you to another amazing time we're going to spend together. It's been a roller coaster of events, a roller coaster of time, and I'm enjoying every moment that we spend together and every moment. Let me just get rid of these headphones. Every moment that we educate each other and learn from one another. Today we're going to talk about competitiveness. Okay, we're going to talk about, normally today's session is about business, about ideas, about events, about business management, and what ideas you have, what ideas you want to implement. So I try to break it into little nuggets to make it simple for you so that when you listen, you can learn a little bit. So today we're going to talk about competition, competitiveness. You know, is it good to compete? Is it good to copy people that you're competing with? Is it okay? What ideas? What is your business or your event or your vision or your dream? What problem is it solving? Is it solving a problem, or is it just entertaining people? You know, how does what you're doing help your customers? Okay, today I've got some great guests with me today. I've got Esther, who's our regular fantastic guest. We'll be having Juliet Morris on first, and then we have Juliet. Then we have Joshua, Chuks, and Bunmi. So I've got 9 minutes to give you my own little educative knowledge on this. And I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I hope that we all learn together. Don't forget, the Ronnie J Show is all about education and motivating. We're here to educate you, to motivate you to achieve your dream, to educate you. Through that education, we motivate you to help you to achieve your dream. So it's all about giving. So, hi Julia, got your message. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to kick off. First of all, I want to talk about, is it okay to copy your competitors? Is it okay for you to copy your competitors? Now, leave a comment in the leave your comment in the leave a little note in the comment below and let me know what you think about that. For me, I think there is nothing wrong when you look at what your competitors are doing and try to do better. Okay? Look at to get the difference here. Look at what your competitors are doing and add some innovation to do better than what they are doing. That is, it's all business. The days are gone whereby you say, oh, because I am doing this, she wants to do it or he wants to do it. So what? You don't own the universe. The business environment and the business field is open for everybody. And because it's open for everybody, you can take an action. You can come up with an idea. You can come up with a business idea that's okay. I want to do this. I want to do this particular business, and that's therefore I want to protect it so nobody else can do it. Unless you got a patent right for like inventions and things like that, then it becomes difficult. But if you start a business, for example, people start looking at what you're doing, and then see how they can better and replicate that. So if you're in business and you have competitors, be aware of that. Be aware that your competitors are going to look at what you're doing and try and copy it and make it better. And by doing that, what do? They steal your customers. So don't get angry when people steal your customers, because all you need to do is provide a better service and be more innovative. The problem is, the challenge, I won't use the word problem, the challenge is sometimes we tend to get all bogged down to because something is working, because our business idea is working, because the people who are actually coming to our shows, the numbers are good and everything is working fine, we just become complacent. We just chill out and think, okay, you know, we can get a full haul, so we don't need to bother ourselves about trying to be innovative or change. You have to change. You have to keep thinking of ways to improve your business. You have to keep thinking of competitiveness. To be competitive is good. To look at your competitors is good. And another thing that's very important is when you want to start a business, when you want to start an idea, you have to ask yourself, what problem is this idea solving? that should be the foundation of your vision, the foundation of this dream, of this business, of this event, or this thing you want to start. For it to attract people, it has to be solving a problem. What problem is this project going to solve? Because when you can solve a problem, the people who have that particular, who have that need will come to you. If you feel a gap, if you feel that position whereby, listen, I want to do this event that provides for disabled people, for example, and that's a bit general, but you can be more specific, okay? And then when you provide that need for those people, then you're providing a reason to pull them. That's what you call, remember what we talked about, the pull and the push factor. You're providing an opportunity to pull those customers into your area of whatever your vision is. Now, I asked the question, who are you targeting? We talked about who exactly are you focusing your business to. So these are all ideas that we all need to think about when we're starting something. Okay? If you're starting a business or want to start a business, or you're already running a project or an event or something, you have to think about these things. You have to know, who exactly am I creating this event or business for? Who am I targeting? Who do I want to attend? Is it for everybody? I mean, that is so vague. Unless you are a multi-global, multinational, multi-billion pound company, you can't just target your program or project to everybody. You need to have a small segment of the market that you are targeting your product to or service to. And also, how does it help the customers? Remember, I talked about the problem and the medicine. Okay, it's called the pain and the medicine. Okay, the pain is you are looking for what pain there is in the industry, and you are providing a medicine to cure that pain. You're looking for a problem that is out there, and you're coming with a solution to solve that problem. So you've got, there's a problem. My event is going to fix this problem. You are coming with a solution to fix that problem. Who benefits from your event? I'm going to ask you this question, and please leave a comment. Is it you? Is it your customers? Who benefits the most? Who gains the most from your business? I'm going to leave that question to the end, because it is very important. It is very important to have a clear distinction of who benefits the most in this idea that you are so passionate about, that you want everybody to get involved with, that you want everybody to come and support you in this idea that you have. But the most important question that needs to be answered is, who benefits the most? Is it you? Are you the one benefiting the most? Is it your customers that are benefiting the most? It's a good question. And to follow up with that, and I just want to have a quick look here. To follow up with that, today we've talked about what problem is your vision trying to solve. We also asked the question, who are you targeting with what your vision or idea that you want to do? I get so many people who ask me, so Ronnie, I really want to start organizing events. I really would like to start putting events together. And one of the biggest questions I always ask is, okay, who is this event for? Who is it going to be for? Is it going to be for kids? Is it going to be for adults? Is it going to be for parents? Is it going to be for men? Is it going to be for women? Is it going to be for teenagers? Is it going to be for the millennials? Who is it going to be for? You need to be able to define who your event is for at that particular time. Okay? So I hope that helps you. We've got our first guest. We're going to go over to, let's see how far we can go. Let me get my first guest online. There's been a change, a sudden change, but let's see. I love this. When you do live shows, different things happen at last minute. You need to be able to adapt and make changes. But thank you all so much. For those of you who have been following the progress, I want to say a big thank you to all the donations that was made during for our project. I want to say a huge thank you, because the workers, they've started working today. They've started making the blocks and then the sand and the cement. and they'll continue making that tomorrow. So I think it takes about 3 or 4 days for that to harden before they can start using it. So today's Friday, so let's presume that by Tuesday, they should start working on the first floor. Now, the vision here is very simple. The vision for Cancer Africa, which I am the founder of the charity, is that we want to provide a health center that can cater for people with cancer symptoms. Because we have realized that the biggest challenge that we have in the community that we work is that we go from door to door to meet and try to educate people and raise awareness about cancer and do some physical testing and just to check for lumps and check for signs and symptoms. And when we do find those signs and symptoms, we have to now try and support these people to go to the hospital. Now the challenge is when they get to the hospital, they have to pay. They don't have the money to pay. They can't afford the expense of going through these processes. So what happens? They now decide to go to quack doctors or quack corners, chemists and pharmacies and try to go through short routes. And those pharmacies now prescribe all sorts of rubbish medication. Some even get into the worst part is some even pretend that they can cut the lumps off and start manipulating and cutting these people up or open. It happens. It is not 1 or 2 or 3 cases. These are several cases. So that's our motivation. Our motivation is that it's going to be, when we have this center, then we can have doctors from around the world fly in, scheduled for 1 week, and then they could carry out this operation in a safe environment, whereby these people can have access to free medical care, free medical surgeries, and that they're safe. They don't have to go through the anxiety and the fear of getting threatened, of feeling as if like they're going to die tomorrow. So that's the dream. That's the idea. When we have this center built by your help and by your support, we can make this happen. Don't know why I went into that, but I just thought I'd say, I don't know if you look on our Facebook page at the moment, we are having an amazing, the building work has started, and we just want to thank everybody so much for your donations, and thank you so much for your kind support. You know, together we are making this work. Together we will continue to make this happen. Hi, Joshua. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're live on air. Sorry, I'm calling you a bit early. Just be a slight change in times. So how are you doing?
Okay. I'm good.
Amazing, man. I've been following your work that you've been doing in the streets in Nigeria. How is that going?
Yeah, it's going fine. It's going fine.
It's like you're trying to
get into the next.
Yeah, go on.
Thinking of the next phase.
So you're breaking up there. Say that again. I know it's a long distance call, but try again.
Right. I think we are done with the first. This is like the first phase, and we're looking at second phase.
Okay, fantastic.
But it's going well.
Okay, so what's the second phase? What's the second phase going to look like? Hello?
Yes, we want to extend the foundation program to other. We want to include scholarship. We want to include trainings.
Okay.
We want to do more. It to go beyond just sharing relief materials and hand sanitizers. We want to do more.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, the bigger the dream, the better it will be. You understand? So, it's a good thing that you're doing. So well done. Okay. Hello. Hello. It's when you international call. I'm calling all the way in Lagos. So introduce yourself. Go on.
I can hear. I think the network
is bad.
The network is small.
That's fine.
I can hear you now.
That's fine. Go on. Introduce yourself. You're live on there.
But it's fine. So we'll keep helping as much as we can.
Fantastic.
By God's grace, we'll keep doing what.
Okay, please introduce
Yes,
yourself to my audience. You're live on air at the moment.
okay. I think this is my third time. Yeah, this is my third time. So I'm Dr. Chibo. I'm into events. I'm into pharmaceutical business. So I'm the GM of Top Hughes Pharmaceuticals. So
Okay, fantastic. So please tell. Today we're talking about. So what's your passion for events? Why are you as a pharmacist? What's your passion for events? I know the signal is bad, but we're gonna try and make the best out of it. This is it, So it's disconnected. Hi, go ahead. Did you hear my question?
Just 1 minute, sir. Let me change network.
Okay.
Let me change network.
Okay, no problem.
I'm coming. Just 1 minute. Let me change network. I think that particular network is.
Okay, no problem. It's amazing. This is one thing when you call long distance calls to developing countries. That's when we value more what we have. The 5G and the 4G and the 3G. And I think there is 4G in Nigeria, I think, So I'm here with
I'm actually connecting. I'm connecting to my 4G.
Oh, fantastic.
So that it will be seamless. Okay.
All right, so we can carry on talking or we wait?
Okay. Yeah. It's perfect now.
Okay, fantastic. So why, as a pharmacist, why is your passion for events?
Yes, as a pharmacist, I even before I went to study pharmacy in the university, I was already doing events. So events is something I'm passionate about, and I've been committed to doing large-scale events for over 10 years. And so far, it's been marvelous. It's been good. It's been really good. So it's my passion. I have interest in it, and I also have it's a business for me too. I have different business interests. So event is one of them.
Yeah.
So it's something I've been doing, and I've been pretty successful at it. So
fantastic.
It's good.
So the question I want to ask is it okay to copy or not copy? Is it okay to look at what your competitors are doing and try to better it?
Yes. Nobody right now. I think everything that can be created has already been created. What everybody is doing is to improve on what is in existence or what was in existence. Yeah, you can have some new novel ideas, but even that does not, you can't say they are 100% from you as an individual. You could have inspiration from something that is already existing. So, but in business and event general, you can look at what is in existence, develop your own brand from it, and you'll be successful at it. You don't have to, in fact, most investors don't even want to invest in something that nobody has tried out before.
Why is that?
So, because you want to know the success rate of whatever idea it is. You want to know, okay, even if it's new, even if it's something that is new, but something similar has been in existence.
Yeah.
So you want to know, okay, this one that is in existence, what's the success rate? What's the revenue? What's the market share? How big it is? How much are people making from that venture or from that sector? Okay. Then when you now want to invest in it or improve on it, you have something to hold on to. So it's okay to copy people, but it's not okay to take people's brand. How would I put it now? Copyright people.
Yeah.
Like, this person is doing this, you go and copy it exactly the way it is and now start doing it. You should have your brand of more than 3 or 4 people. It shouldn't even be from only one person. For example, let's use events, since we've been talking about events since how many weeks now?
Yeah.
If let's say you want to do a concert, maybe a music concert, for example, we've had 1,001 music concerts globally. If not for the lockdown, I'm sure today there will be more than 100 music concerts today. So what you need to look at, okay, my music concert, how do I make my music concert unique?
Yeah.
Should my artists fly while they are performing? Should they have smoke? But you know basic things that they are going to sing. But how are they singing? How are they going to perform? How are they going to do whatever you want them to do? That's how you create your brand. So it's important. It's really, really very important to carve a niche for yourself, but you can develop it from what is already in existence.
Yeah.
What is already in existence. It will help you as an individual. Being 100% novel is good, but it takes long. It takes more than just coming up with a brand new idea. So it's okay to copy, but don't copy verbatim.
Which and that's even against the law to copy somebody's work, you know, and it's against the law.
So that's copyright. Yes. Or you can see something that is already in existence in another place, and you bring it to a different environment. And add
a little bit of innovation to it.
Yes, innovation to it, and make it look a bit indigenous. For example, say something is already happening in UK. You can bring it to Africa, but let it have African feel. It's creativity. But it's not entirely new. It's something that you improve based on the environment that was in existence, that existed before. So that is also one way to look at it.
So before we round up, because we have 1 minute left, before we round up, why is it that people that do events, they always kind of hide their ideas and hide in secret? So there's so many secrets. Why is that?
It's because you don't want. I don't work that way. I believe in even most of my competitors. I help them because I know how my events are. I know the uniqueness of my event. Yes, you can do something similar, but you can't do exactly my event. So I personally don't believe in hiding stuff. I'm sure they do it because they are scared of competition. They don't want another person stealing their event and all that. But I'm not. I don't buy that. I'm not in that school of thought. I believe you can. Of course, you should have some trade secrets, but don't now because someone wants to maybe get a contact of the person that did your light. And now say, oh, if I give him go and do my light. Some of those things are not really necessary in events.
That's very true.
I believe we should help each other as much as possible, but your uniqueness is to you.
Amazing.
So nobody can really copy your uniqueness.
All right. Thank you so much, Joshua, for the impromptu phone call. I really appreciate your education. Looking forward to talking to you next week. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day, sir.
And you too. God bless. Bye. Oh, that's the amazing Joshua. He organizes some very, very big events back in Nigeria. And we met. It was quite funny how we met. I was putting together an event, and he just came to me and said, listen, he would like to work with me, you know, and he would like for me to mentor him through his events. And I was like, you know, I was really taken aback because, you know, it's very rare that you find people who just humble themselves and want to learn. And this was about 6 years ago. And every single year we've been working together and doing things together. Such an amazing guy. Amazing. All right, let's give Esther a call. Hope it's ringing. Here we go.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Esther. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I am buzzing, trying to take advantage of every day.
good. I'm glad to hear it.
Are you
Good.
coping with the weather?
Yeah, it's been okay. I was out and it's not been too bad actually, but I came in quick enough because I don't want too much.
Yeah, it was just too hot. It was really, really hot.
It has been the last couple of days, but we can't complain. It's been nice.
Yep, can't complain. Please tell my viewers a little bit about you before we go ahead, please.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Hope you're well. Happy Thursday. My name is Esther. I'm a business consultant, and I own a health, wellness, and beauty business on. Was that it? Was there anything else?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Your line broke up towards the end, but it's okay. So.
Oh, I'm sorry about
that. Let's spend 1 minute, and we've got 10 minutes. So let's spend 1 minute to talk about what exactly do you do? That health thing that you keep saying every week. Now, let my viewers know what you do, please.
Okay. In a nutshell, I have a product brokerage online business that gives you services and products exclusively in the health, wellness, and beauty industry. So it's down from cleaning products to skincare to bath and body care to nutrition and so on. But I also have a website that enables you to do your shopping and get discounts and extra things for it as well whilst you're doing what you do anyway.
Okay, so the way it works is that your customers will get in touch with you and then tell you what they want, and then you would now advise them on how to get the stuff that they need.
Absolutely. I advise from literally every single thing. It could be down to skincare to what you use on your baby's skin or your skin, on anybody's, or if you're a business owner and you've got a website, it's literally I consult on anything that people need.
So who are your competitors? Who would you say are your competitors? Not mentioning names, but just...
Yeah. Well, there's obviously a few people online who do something similar.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I can't name any names, but one thing we do have is we have people power. So ours is slightly different business, whereas it's backed by people, these websites and businesses that people come to. Yeah.
So do you look at what other people are doing and try to see how you can...
Definitely. I mean, as a business owner, I definitely am always looking at what's happening in the industry, what people are needing, and it's more about what's trending, what people need. Whatever's trending is usually what we're following, not fads and things like that. So as being an essential business, you know that people are looking for certain things that they can't necessarily find, especially in this economy that we're in at the moment. And so we have a perfect vehicle whereby we can supply. So that makes it slightly unique to other businesses out there.
So you look at what's trending in the market, and then you try to promote that as your top sellers for that period, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's just matching people to product and product to people. So it's more about, seeing what's trending, what they need. And each month I focus on certain products because obviously weather's now changing. You're looking at different areas. But now I'm also looking at my fellow makeup artists and nail technicians, people in the beauty industry that are not necessarily able to function their businesses as they used to, being able to see people one-to-one. So I'm looking in that area at the moment myself, personally anyway.
So if you look at the way your competitors are advertising or pushing or marketing or promoting their products, does your organization try to do the same and tweak it a bit, or what do you do?
Definitely there's room enough. One thing I will always say is that there's room enough for everyone in the market. Being an essential business, because we actually have that accreditation, let me just say out there. So we're online and we're in business because we're helping people. That's the biggest aspect of our business. And the fact that we do marketing, yes, there's marketing that's done as a business, but as a personal business owner, I do my own marketing according to what I see within the industries that I work in. So the marketing depends very much on the personal business owner, because each person focuses on different areas. So there's always room for everything to actually flourish within the market. So
so when you get a situation whereby a segment of your products are not really performing, what do you do?
Yeah. The beauty of being a product brokerage is that we don't actually manufacture any products. That's the beauty of it. So if something's not selling, let's say something that is not selling or some nutrition's not selling, we just get rid of it, because basically it's not what they're looking for. So we don't have inventory. We don't have like a whole heap of product just sitting there and not getting sold. So we are actually just bringing what people need. That's the wonderful thing I love about this as well, is that as a product brokerage business, you're following those trends and you're only doing what people want. So we don't have that. I don't have it stuck in my home that I have to sell all these products and be scared of not being able to reach any quotas and things like that. It is very, very unique in that sense. It doesn't have all those stresses as well, especially in today's climate. Where
so who benefits the most from your business?
For me, it's the customers, because if I have done my job right and I've been able to provide what they need, they're going to service their clients or service whoever, or they're going to feel better in themselves if it's for them personally. And then it obviously benefits me because they're coming to me to get those things that they need. So for me, it's always about the customer first, and I come second, because I will always benefit once you're benefiting them, if that makes sense.
It's a bit of would you not say it's a bit of a risk to kind of just depend on the... Actually, not really. It's not really a risk depending on the trend, because you can see the trend come in and you just channel so it's open. It's but one year after year, the trend should balance out now, shouldn't it?
What do you mean? Sorry.
What I mean is, like, for example, because of the data that you have, year after year, you should start to see a particular trend that you know that, okay, by this time of the year, these are the things that are really pushing in the market.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with every season, I mean, we're getting now, I should say, my goodness, another month by the dust. But we're getting into summertime, so we're thinking more, especially that we're being at home a lot. So it's more about health and wellness and about, keeping ourselves fit, keeping ourselves healthy from within, and also supporting those businesses. Like, I was really feeling for my nail technician this week, because she has just been calling me literally every week, just once a week, to check up on me. So what can I do to look at the areas within beauty that, or anyone basically, that I can support that area? So it's definitely right now, everyone's trying to understand what is going on in the economy, how we can how we can do things and function. But also, I'm thinking of business owners or people able to go back to their jobs. Some people have lost jobs over this period of time. So the other part at non-franchise is to have people have a look at the business structure, the marketing structure. So that's another way in which I'm helping people as well to learn, possibly another thing new.
Okay, thank you. Today I felt that we should just talk around your business and talk around how your business operates, and so that whoever's watching, so can you also use that to touch on some of the questions that we're talking today, because it's more around business, really, more about, because you've identified how you how you run your business, because it's different for everybody. So whoever's related can relate to how you run your business, can also use that to help themselves.
I understand.
Well, thank you so much, Esther. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Always. You're welcome.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Speak soon.
I love today's show, because today's show is different. It's more educative. It's more of, we're not overshooting ourselves. We're just talking business, and we're just talking how does business relate to you. We're talking about competition. We're using our experience to identify different things that we're going to do, and then that helps us to be able to grow and improve ourselves. All right, let's call Bunmi from Meet the Royals, who's got an amazing show also on Facebook. If you go to her page, you can watch that as well. Hi, sister. How are you?
Hello.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
Good afternoon.
You're live on there. How are you? Say hello to my audience.
I'm very well. Hello, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the sun, but don't be carried away. Stay home. Stay safe.
Fantastic. Please introduce yourselves and before we start talking.
Sorry, say that again.
I said introduce yourselves to my audience, please.
Oh, okay. My name is Bunmi Osiberu. I'm mostly known as Bunmi Meet the Royals, a name that is coined from my event management company called Meet the Royals. I'm the CEO of Meet the Royals Event Management Company. I'm also the CEO of Ever Invoke Fashion Show. And I'm the host of Let's Talk Traditional Wedding with Bunmi Meet the Royals.
That's it. I was going to say that. Don't miss that one out. I enjoyed the way you start with the music and you're just like grooving
thank you.
to get the mood going, you know.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Today we're talking about competition, okay?
Yeah.
And the question I wanted to ask is, let's use your show as an example. Now, did you check out something else somebody else was doing and try to do that? How did the whole idea come about?
Well, that show, that didn't happen to me. I've had that show in mind for like 2 years, and that's one thing again I wanted to say about people copying each other. Sometimes people have things in mind, they've not been able to put it out there, and the first person to put it out there is what everybody's going to think, or who everybody's going to think started first. And whoever does it after that is going to look like, she just picked what I just did. So with my show, I've had that particular show in mind for over 2 years. And there's a lot of platform I've tried, but it didn't work for me. So eventually I put it. But definitely, I learned a couple of things from other people. Not people doing particularly what I do. I learned from you. I learned something from you, from your live show. I learned something from there. Because one of the reasons that kept me for that long was because I was looking for a way of bringing my guests to the studio. But I got to know that, hang on a minute, I've just been Ronnie doing this. And then luckily for me, it happens to be the time that Instagram started doing this live thing. Well, so that was just on point for me. So that actually broke the barrier that has been delaying me for over the last 2 years. So that was my major reason for delaying. So that's what it is for me. Yeah.
But I noticed that you've been trying different ways to innovate your show, which I think is good. Yeah. And is there anything different? Okay, going back to the topic for today, is competition good or bad? To be competitive?
It's good to be competitive with yourself. I'm trying to be better than what I was last year. I'm trying to be better than what I used to do. I'm not really a fan. I think I had this discussion on my Facebook page one day, and a lot of people were telling me, no, competition is okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really into, like, competing with other people, I want to be better than my colleague. I just want to be better than what I did last year. Not necessarily trying to beat someone else or trying to outdo someone else. That's just me. A lot of people came to my page to argue at that time that no, if you are into business, you have to be competitive. You have to be competitive. But be careful not to make it a malicious one, because personally, I believe the word competition comes with kind of a little bit of malicious or whatever, So to me, I believe you should compete, with yourself, so to speak. Try to improve, get better than what you were last year. I hardly look on other people's page just because I don't want any high blood pressure. I just do my thing. Because sometimes if you are not careful, looking at other people's page, watching other people closely, you can have high blood pressure. And most of the time, you can have hypertension and all of that. I don't watch other people like that. Yeah. If I happen to stumble on you, that's fine. Maybe I'm not a good competitor. Maybe that's why I don't know. But that's why I don't bother. But I'm always very pleased with what I do. What I don't like is me looking at myself to be less than what I was last year or what I was yesterday. Or if there's no improvement on my personal side, I will be upset with myself. So I always set a goal that, Bunmi, you did this last year. There were 100 people in your event. This time around, you must strive to have at least 150. That's me competing. That's my own way of competing. But if you have 1 million guests, I can learn from you. Don't get me wrong. And talking about the word of copying, Even God had to create us in his own image. God couldn't be bothered to make a different image. Just say, you know what, I'm already looking good. Let me make human being in my image.
You're cracking me up today, man.
Yes. So like one of your guests rightly said, I think that was Joshua.
Yeah.
He said there's nothing that is happening now that is not already happening. In fact, we're moving so fast. Maybe that is why God decided to slow us down with this coronavirus and all that. Guys, hey, you guys are going too quick. Because everybody wants to overdo the other one. I want to outdo my friend. I want to outdo my colleague. As a result of that, we are all going crazy. And we're moving way too fast. And God has to slow us down as human race. So basically, there's nothing that's out there that has not been out there before. Everything we are doing now has been around. We're just improving on it. But put your signature on it. Don't copy me word for word. If I see you doing what I do or similar, I'm okay. But if I see my signature on your work, I'll be mad. And what I mean by that is if you copy me in total, people are so careless. Some people are careless. I remember when we were in secondary school, I used to have some people that, you know, when people peep into your notebook when you are doing the exam.
Yeah.
And they copy your mistakes as well.
Yes,
and the teacher doesn't even know who the original owner of the work is. The teacher will have to summon both of us and say, excuse me, it happened to me, but somebody copied my surname.
Yes.
Copied me to the point that they copied myself. Those are dollars. Those are people that can't think at all for themselves. I can't stand people like that. It gets me annoyed. It gets me angry. If you must copy me, put your signature on it. At least put a bit of your own innovation on it. It's crazy. If I use the word similar, try and use something, you know, synonyms or something. Don't use exactly the word I use. Don't quote me. Or some people will even copy your body language, your mannerism. You know, the work I do is like I'm my product because I'm an host. I'm an event host, so I am my own product. I don't really produce anything, but I use my voice, my attitude, my singability, and ability to talk. Sometimes I see my mannerism in some people and say, oh my God. People will even be calling me and say, this person sounds exactly like you. It's crazy. You can look at my video, watch my videos and copy. I look at other people's videos and I'm like, I think I like this person's idea. How can I twist it around to suit me, to suit my own audience? You know, some people will copy to the point that they will forget that they have a round hole. They will be putting a square peg inside it. It will not fit. So that's my own, you know, that's my own thing. But let's not lie. We all copy. Like, for instance, a particular shape of car that Mercedes would do, you will see all of that.
Let's not to mention brand names. Carry on.
Yeah, they will do the similar design, but you know what you pay for. You know what you buy. As I got Mercedes, Mazda may sound similar, but
let's try not to mention the brand names, but go on.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah.
Sorry about that. So, you know, it may sound similar, but they all know what you pay for. You know what you pay for. You know what you got. What am I trying to say? We all inspire one another. Nobody's an independent or an island of knowledge.
Correct.
But put your signature on it. Don't do it word for word. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
That's the only thing that gets me annoyed when I see that. It gets me really, really annoyed.
I think you've kind of summarized the whole point all in that conversation. And it just, you know, and thank you. I can't say anything more. You summarized it.
Thank you. And I really want to emphasize the fact that people should understand that sometimes people are thinking about, that's why if you're thinking about it, put it out there. Even if you're going to put a poster out there, because somebody else is thinking about it, and whoever comes out first is what people are, that's the person that people are going to recognize as the innovator of that particular idea, not knowing that you already have that idea. It has happened to me a lot of times. Once happened, somebody will just come and say, oh my God, I was just thinking about doing that, you know. Sorry. I put it out first.
The boat was moved. Thank you so much, Bunmi. Always a pleasure talking to you. Have a good week.
You.
Bye.
Thank you. And you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Fantastic, you know. So I think the general gist really is that you should look out there for people who have tried something and then look at what they have done and try to see, how can I make this better? You know, if you have your own genuine idea, fantastic for you, brilliant. You just run with that quickly before somebody else comes and thinks about it, you know, and, you know.
Hello.
Hi, Juliet. How are you? You live on air?
Thank you very much, Ronnie Jacobs. I'm blessed to be on your show.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you. Please introduce yourself to my guests, please, my audience.
I'm Juliet Makhapila, popularly known as the African Wonder Woman, and I love I'm a community change maker, community educator. Many people see me as a model as well, and yeah, so that's a bit about me. And I love love, and love loves me. I love to say.
Fantastic, fantastic. I love the video that you posted on my wall. You dancing to your that was amazing. Well done for that.
Oh, thank you so much. I always appreciate to just go that extra mile.
You're welcome. Right, we're talking about competitiveness today. So, what's your
Yeah.
overview on the topic?
Well, I think that competitiveness when it comes to community work should not be the way forward. But when you're competing because of a business, like you've got a proper business because you're doing, then I think that I allow people to, if you own a business like Pepsi and Coca-Cola,
Yeah,
then
let's
of
try,
course,
try not to mention the brand names, but go ahead.
okay.
Mm.
All right then. So yeah, so I was just giving examples there so people can get. So for me, competition in terms of businesses, that one is always expected. Competition in terms of building the community and engaging the community to do something collectively, something which is from a corporate social responsibility. I don't see that as competition. I see that something as improving livelihoods, as something that people should work together and love each other and learn those great skills that are needed. So that's what I think.
So in the community work that you do you look out to try and see what other organizations are doing and try and see how you can implement some of the policies or practices?
Absolutely. So within ourselves, what we have done is based on UK Africa Diaspora Forum vision, let me put it that way. So because many people don't really ask me what is UK Africa Diaspora Forum, because we tend to just allow it to flow. And thank you so much for your program for allowing us to actually speak about today the UK Africa Diaspora Forum. So what is actually UK Africa Diaspora Forum? I'm delighted, Ronnie, again, as I said. So our UK Africa Diaspora Forum aims to bring perspectives of the Western and African worlds together. And of course, we do this through learning, education, which is community education, sharing, connecting, and helping with understanding the different ways of working. So our forum really brings in the real development that Africa, Asia, Caribbean, and of course, UK as a nation really needs. We try and aim to encourage the agenda on where development in Africa.
Sorry to interrupt you. So how do you, sorry to interrupt because of time. So how do you actually, what do you see in others that you try to incorporate in what you do?
So we try and engage every single person to sort of, we try and bring every platform to sort of come together. So our main aim is to collaboratively bring the communities together. And that's not, it's actually SDG number 17. So you can imagine collaborating with different communities, trying to bring them underneath one roof when they're all trying to do different things. So you've got to really, really sort of like, and so that's why I was just coming to the next point to say also aim to help and to encourage the agenda on where development in Africa is needed, and we challenge the reflections on the reality.
So do other similar organizations like what you do? I'm trying not to make you tell us too much about the organization because it looks as if you're selling the organization to my audience. So
sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay, my darling. So with other organizations that you do, the community work that you do and the organizations you work with, is there any other organization that does something similar that you can say, okay, Ronnie, we've looked at this and that from organization A, and we think that it's a good thing? Because my question basically is, what benefit is there when you look at what people are doing and you try to improve it for your own organization? That's really my question.
Right. So what benefit there is we bring in the different understandings of different ways of thinking and different communities. We try very much to get people to understand various communities at different levels, at different social structures, at different grassroots, at different knowledge as well. So our that is from a UK community side now, right? So our real development is also saving resources. We tend to see many people want to come to us because of networks and communication, but we tend to sort of like also try and pin down those who are really also working in the same direction, and we sort of nicely sort of emphasize the need to work together so that we are able to sort of save those resources, especially from a community side. So in that sense,
how do you target your who are you targeting? Who is your market? And how do you target
our market is the whole community. We've got, we work with different agencies. We've got government policymakers. We've got the NHS, health care. So when you're doing the niche goal for the UN goal, especially that particular one, and our interest mainly within the UK, Africa, is mainly in promoting all the SDGs. So when people ask me, that's a really big question.
I'm really trying not to get you to talk about your organization and to talk about the topic, but it seems you really want to tell us about it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so just a quick one. I mean, if that's okay, I think that our real niche is partnership for the goals of the SDG goals, and we really want to build that, develop that, and in terms of the problems or the question you asked me earlier on, I think that the problems in bringing community partnership together, there's so many we see, but yeah. So I think I can leave it there for now.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. I don't know if you want to summarize for my audience before we have 2 minutes left. If you want to give a summary of why to be competitive is a good thing.
To be competitive is absolutely a good thing in terms of when it's a business. So I'm trying to get people to understand that community organizations should not be competing. So that's completely different model. And so that should be right at the start. I'm trying to get people to understand that every community needs a CSR, so corporate social responsibility. So in that essence, I want to leave people with that. If you're doing a business, what is your corporate social responsibility? What is it you're doing to improve your community at large? So our target groups is we want to improve people's livelihood, and we want to transform people's livelihood. We want people to be gifted with what they really were born to do. We don't want people copycatting each other, because your gift, Ronnie, is not probably my gift. But we share a lot of interest, perhaps, in terms of, you know, my dad had cancer, so I take interest with what you're doing, because I want to see a beautiful hospital built in Nigeria to help people intervene in health solutions.
Amazing.
So
Thank
in
you.
that sort of, I hope that relates. So competing, I wouldn't be competing with anybody for community development work. But if it was sort of like I've got a business, which I sell products, then I will say to you, the products that we sell is A, B, C, D.
Amazing. Thank you, Juliet. You always a support for Africa and the great work that you do for the community and your community work. I want to say a massive, massive thank you. And please leave a link below in the comments so those listeners who are listening and watching can actually go and find out more about the community where you work. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic day. Thank you.
And thanks for having us on your show as well.
Always a pleasure.
Many thanks to everybody watching in Kenya, Nigeria as well today.
Amazing. Bye.
Many thanks. Bye-bye.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, our last caller today. We were supposed to have Julie on today, but she couldn't make that time, so we'll have to call her next week because we're running so behind schedule.
Hello, Chuks here.
Hey, Chuks, you're live on air. How are you?
I'm awesome. Absolutely boiling.
Absolutely boiling, buzzing. I see you running up and down those stairs, exercising, doing your thing, you know.
I'm waiting for you. The
Yes,
challenge
yes.
is on you now.
I know,
Our fitness challenge is on you now.
I feel the pressure when I see you guys doing all that thing.
feel the pressure.
I feel the pressure. Man.
That's the way it should be,
For
my
those
bro.
of you who are watching that don't know what we're talking about, is I started a exercise challenge, I think 3-4 weeks ago, and Chuks and my other friends in the particular group, they took up the challenge and been running, and I haven't done anything for the whole week, so I'm falling behind schedule. Introduce yourself, please.
Exactly.
So we can get on.
And you initiated it, didn't you?
Yes. I get the gist. I get the gist. Introduce yourself, please.
I got to drop that in.
Please introduce yourself to my audience.
Yeah, so my name is Chuks, and I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Kent Housing. In Kent, we provide service department for construction companies, for film companies, for hospitals, for housing associations, and pretty much for teachers and you name it, for key workers. So that's our role, providing housing for people coming into Kent.
Fantastic. Today we're talking about being competitive. And we're asking the question, first of all, we start with, is it okay to be competitive?
Oh, totally. For an entrepreneur like myself, you're born to compete. There's no two option about that. You want to compete in everything you do. You've got to have a competitive spirit, in everything you do. That's how you get results. You don't get results lack straw. You get results when you're competitive, yeah? And yes, it's part of my gene, and I always engage people, you've got to compete,
So do you look at and see what your competitors are doing?
Oh, totally.
And
You've got to look. You've got to see what other people are doing and find out how you can improve. I mean, you can't stick in your own game. And it's like big football clubs. Yeah, they look at what other big football clubs are doing and say, how can we be better? Yeah, what midfielder can we buy to improve next season? Yeah, you've got to always look at people who are bigger than you, people who are in the same power as you, and always ask yourself. There's a Japanese saying called kaizen, constant and never-ending improvement. Yeah, so you've got to think about that. How can I improve? So I very much agree. You have to look at what others are doing and seeing how you can better yourself. Yeah, there's got to be a benchmark. You can't benchmark yourself. Do you know what I mean? If you benchmark yourself, there's only certain level. You'll be happy with every progress you make. You got to look outside your gate and say, oh, that chap is doing this. How can I improve? How can I be better? Yeah.
Some people might construe that as you're copying what somebody else is doing.
I would say so. I mean, because if you look at like generally in life, look at, if you look at successful businesses, if you look at big software companies, they would look at what other software company have done, and say, what can we do to improve that? How can we make our product much better? There's got to be a benchmark somewhere. And for me, what I've seen with businesses, like what we do in our business, we go outside our business and say, okay, what can we get from this business? Like in the hotel trade, we say, what can we learn from what this hotel business is doing, and how can we bring that into our business? So it's part of competitive analysis. I mean, they teach you that in business school, that you've got to have competitive analysis. You've got to look at what other people are doing in your market and see how you can improve. I've always had there's three things that guide me in business. Strategy, marketing, and innovation. And you've got to, when you look at those three things, you look at what other people are doing in other industries and bring it to your market. That's strategy. Marketing, you have to keep marketing your product. What are other guys doing? What do you want to do? Yeah. Okay. Innovation. How can you take what the big hotel trade is doing out there? How can you bring it into your business? Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of principle that I work with.
Do you have to go to for those audience who are watching thinking, do I have to go to university or go to college to learn all this and how to do all this?
Nah, you don't. You definitely don't have to do that. Yeah. You've just got, like, as an entrepreneur, you've got to just have passion. Yeah. And one of the things that I always say, I mean, in this month, I've probably read about 5 books. I'll read sports books. I'll read autobiographies. I'll read business books. Yeah. I'm literally reading books. I'm literally reading, getting knowledge. Yeah. University doesn't give you that. Yeah. Yes, you'll get a degree out of it. You get basic paper knowledge, yeah? But, you know, when you do it yourself, when you know you have to do it yourself, you practice, you learn, that's the best place to learn, yeah? When you're practicing yourself and doing the real thing.
I don't quite agree with you on that, but I'll let that one slide. Well, go ahead.
Okay. That's life, man.
Yeah, I think it's very critical if you can get an academic degree, university degree, in the field of which you are passionate about, there is just there's a different dimension that will take you. That's my opinion.
But if you look at it, Bill Gates, did he have a university degree? Steve Jobs, did he have a university degree?
Let's leave that argument for another day.
I know the point I'm trying to raise is that I've got a master's. Yeah. I've got a master's in business, in e-business. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, please. I'm not discarding people who don't get educated. Not at all. Yeah. Get educated, learn a lot, you understand? But what I'm just trying to tell you is that it's more than that. Yeah. So please don't quote me on don't get educated. Yeah. You have to get educated. I've got a master's. Yeah. But my education is every day. Yeah. I've got to read. I've got to find out more knowledge. I've got to be invested in knowledge. Yeah. So that's what I've got to say.
I think it's a balance of getting street smart and then getting your education, so that because that education balances with what you learn on the street, on the day-to-day interaction with your clients and your customers. No one can teach you that. You can only learn that by doing.
Oh, totally. And like I said, Ronnie, when we talk about education, if I'm buying stuff today I bought a book called the Blue Ocean Guide or something. It's a business book, yeah? I've got it from Amazon today. It's going to come in probably in the next couple of days. I've got to read it. I'm going to understand it.
Let's start mentioning brand names. I think I need to send out an email to everyone.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. But I've got to read it. I've got to understand it. I've got to practice it. Yeah. So it's knowledge. You always keep on learning. Like I always say, there's a theory I practice called Kaizen. It's a Japanese methodology.
Just in time. Yeah.
Yeah. Constant and never-ending improvement. You've got to always keep improving. Yeah.
I like the Kaizen philosophy because when I did, I think it was in the late 90s, I did a course on that. And it talked about just in time. It talks about making sure that it's about planning and preparing to ensure that you save costs and that you deliver something at the right time, that you're constantly looking at every stage of the process. How can I improve every stage of the process so the overall outcome could be just fantastic? And it helps you save costs and save waste and save time, because that Kaizen philosophy, if you're watching out there, please Google it and go and read it. It is amazing in everything. It changes your mindset to think that, every step of the way, everything I'm doing, how can I make each process better?
Totally agree. Anyone want to go and look at it, please go look at it. It's knowledge that is unbelievable. It changes the way you think.
Amazing. So how are you getting on with your community work? before we
Oh,
round up?
absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. I mean, we're always improving every day. You know, we set targets, like I set targets of say 6 families a week. Yeah, we take food to 6 families a week, and we're always improving of how best can we do it. What can we improve in doing it? Like this week, we're going to another town called Gravesend, just outside from where we are. And new families, we never received the food back before, so we're going there tomorrow, and we're looking forward to it. Awesome. Absolutely
Amazing,
awesome.
man. Always a pleasure, and thank you for the work that you do for your community, man.
You're welcome, my brother. Thank you so much, and thank you for bringing me onto the show. I appreciate you. Yeah.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. Take care. Bye.
Fantastic, guys. That was a great show. Great people talking with amazing people. So today we talked about being competitive. We talked about what is your problem? What problem is your business idea solving? What solution are you bringing to the table? And I love the different areas and different points that my guest talked about. I love when Joshua talked about is every idea that needs to be invented has been invented. I think he was just saying that hypothetically. You understand? However, it is very difficult now to invent something brand new that's never been heard of before without actually touching on other areas. So the idea now is what we are talking about is looking at what your competitors are doing and trying to see how you can include that in what you do, but be innovative in the way you do it. You have to do that. I love what Bunmi said when she talked about she doesn't want to give herself any headache by looking at what others are doing and trying to stress herself to try and compete with them. She measures herself and she uses herself as a gauge. Fantastic. However, she also mentioned that she sometimes just looks around and see how she can incorporate other ideas to improve herself. But she doesn't allow that to stress her out or to rip her head out, which I think is a good way of looking at it. You can only do as much as your capacity can allow you to do. So you don't want to over push yourself because everything is at baby steps. There are baby steps you take to achieving what you want to achieve. So if you see that Joe Blog is maybe, let's use events for example, that Joe Blog has this mega screens at their event or mega lights or fantastic audio sound that they're using for their event, and all of a sudden you want to do the same, but you don't have the budget for it. You have to take baby steps to get to that point. But if you have to look at, okay, this is what my competitors are doing. This is the level I want to get to. What baby steps do I need to get to that level? It is critical that you do that. It is critical that you look at your competitors and try to find that, listen, I want to get to this point. These are the steps I'm going to take. And finally, I'm going to end with this. Your idea, your project, your business, whatever it is that you want to do, it must be solving a problem. It must be a solution to a problem. Once you can get that, then you are halfway through to success. When you think of, I want to do this thing, you have to ask yourself the question, what problem is this thing that I want to do solving? How does it help people, your customers, your target audience, your market? How does this thing help X, Y, Z? Once you can identify how it helps, then you got people who would want to come and get it because it will be a solution for them. It's no rocket science. It's just a matter of putting this thing together. I hope you've enjoyed this show today. I hope it's been educative and learning for you. I thank you all so much. And as I always say, please, 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 never let anyone tell you that you can't achieve your dreams. My life and everything I am is to give information, is to help, is to support you in everything that you do in any way that I can. I don't charge anything. I just tell you what I know and give you as much experience that I can give you. I'll let you have it. So that way you can grow, that we can grow together. We can achieve our dreams together. There's no greater joy in giving. I strongly believe that together we can achieve anything. Don't let anyone tell you you can't achieve your dream. I wish you all the best in what you do. I wish you, above all things, that you prosper. And it's me from Ronnie Jacobs. I say one love. And thank you for your support for Cancer Africa. And please follow the work that we do and help us to achieve our dream. God bless you.